The team working with you have asked our team, Palliative Care, to be able to come in and sit down and talk with you about your disease process. What we do is we meet with patients and families. We make sure that they have a good understanding about what's happening to their body. It's not our job to tell you what to do. It's our job to give you information, to make sure you have a good idea of how your COPD is not just affecting your lungs, but how it's affecting other organs in your body. I'd like to give you an example of a meeting that I had with a patient. This was a patient who had advanced chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, and he had been admitted to the hospital 3 times within a 2-month period. And we were asked to come in to meet with him and his family to make sure that the medical team knew what his treatment goals were. So one of the things that I ask, that our team asks when we meet with patients and families, is tell me what is an acceptable quality of life for you. It's not our job to tell you or approve what's acceptable for you, but part of what I'd like to be able to do is make sure your family understands what is an okay way for you to live, because it's important for us that you stay in control of what happens to your body, even if you lose the ability to speak for yourself. So I'd like to give you an example of a patient. When I asked him what would be an acceptable way to live, he shared with me that if he can open his eyes and he can see his toes moving, that's an acceptable quality of life. And it didn't matter to him if that meant he was going to be on a ventilator for the rest of his life or living in a ventilator facility 2 hours from where his family was. To him, that was an acceptable way to live. May not be an acceptable way for me to live or for you to live, but our team was there addressing what his needs were. So it was important that his family knew that. It was very important that the medical team who asked us to be involved in his care knew that, so they could customize the care that he was receiving around those goals.